Hey guys, this is Poetspice and I am here to do this week's edition of the Summer Homes Collab 2025, hosted by myself, Poetspice. And look in the description box below so you can see all the people who are participating. And if you want to participate too, just put your hashtag up there and put it in there. You can do crafting, coloring, whatever, as long as it has a house theme, something you can live in, tent, RV, a house, a summer home, a bungalow, whatever. Okay, so that's our theme. And I'm going to show you what I did. So I did a little coloring and I did a little crafting. So one, I used, this is on my scraps, you know. This was a paper from Not Too Shabby Shop several years back. And I used this wood grain piece. I also used this pack that I got from scrapbook.com, and it's so pretty. I love this. I'm thinking this was a free gift. If not, it was in like a kit. I think it was in a kit, but it's so pretty. And so I used this blue paper and this one here. Surprise, surprise, right? Surprise. All right, so then I'll show y'all. I used my matchbook dies. So here's the base die, so that you can create your little matchbook piece, and it gives you the envelope part, some little decorations, so you've got a couple windows and so forth like that. And then I also used this one, which is, excuse me, what do they call this? The den set. And so you can see you have your little pieces and so forth, and you color them together. You get stamps and dies. And I did a tutorial on how to put these things together. If I can remember, I will link that below, because I did do a tutorial for these ones. So I used these. I was going to use a couple other ones, but I didn't get around to it. So let me show you. So look at it. Here's your little matchbox. And so there's the paper. And so this die cuts out your base. It's really small, but here's the thing too. You could actually do this and make it much bigger. You would just have to use, like, obviously your own measurements. Another easy way to do it would just be to scale this up. So I don't know what this is. Let me look for it. So closed, it is almost 2 by a little bit over 2, right? And so you could just measure it and then go up. So once you have it out, let's see if we do it this way. So width wise, I'm just gonna go where the line cuts. So we've got basically 3 3/4, right, by 5 1/4. So, you know, if you wanted to make it double, just double those lengths, so you can go boop, 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 and make it bigger. And then you just follow the same math. It would take math, so if you're not a mathy person, blah blah blah. get you know, chat GTP to do the math for you. All right, so then when you open it, see, it even cuts a little thing here. So when you open it, it falls down like this, and so you get like the little canopy. You open your sides, right, and then you can fluff it up to make it all pop, right? And so then when you take your little scene, you can take your little scene like this and you put it down, and it's Matchbox. It's so cute. So I'll show you on the inside. So you got the little chair. And so what I stamped the chair and the hassock on that blue paper, and then I went back and colored it with some markers just to shade it. And then I cut these two. If you can see the wood grain, I cut that on the wood grain paper and then just went over it with markers. Here's the little frame. And so I used a scrap piece of paper just to put back in there. I hope you can see that. And then you can see over here where it cuts the window, and then it gives you a little outline frame to put on there. And I didn't do it on the back, but you could, you know, put it on each side or whatever. You can put a window back here. And so you could just set it like this. And you can sit it on your desk if you wanted to. Be so cute. Another thing you could do is you can make it an interactive page in a journal. So like once you closed it all up, boop, 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 you know, you could close it all up, and then you could have this, put that, you know, glue it in a journal. Do I have a journal around here? I did somewhere. Okay, here's like, hold on. Who knows what's gonna pop out? Okay, not that you would necessarily want it on, let me see. So you could just take a journal page and glue it on there and then just open it anytime you wanted to. You could also just cut this die out, and if you wanted to have like a secret message, you could do that too. So cute. I love it. So cute. Yeah. All right, so that was that. So that's my little inside of the home. And I have like 6 other ones of those. Okay, so then I did some coloring, because y'all know I've been more in a coloring mood than a quote-unquote project mood. So I have this book called A Million Kittens by LuLu Mayo. It's so cute. Look at it. Look at it. It's adorable. And I counted. There's not a million. But I did 2 full pictures. So here's this one. And you can see it's a window. And she's in her house chilling, looking out onto the neighborhood houses. So I used my 4 Candies mechanical color pencils to color this up. And it's so cute. Look at that. I'll take that off. And of course, here's an Anna Griffin bookmark. But look at that. Look how cute it is. It's adorable. And so I just drew in this rug because it was just plain white at the bottom. So I just drew in this rug and colored it in. And then you've got all the little kitties hanging in the flower pots in their living room. And they're looking out on buildings. Oh, it's so precious. So precious. So I did that one. And then, and I actually worked on these at the same time because, you know, you get bored with one, then you work on the other. So then I did a double page spread. Oh, excuse me. And you see, clearly it's houses. But look how cute they are. And so since I had such heavy colors, right, with the rooftops, with being all the rooftops, I wanted to make it have some lightness. So I made most of the, you know, all the kitties are white or white and gray. So how cute is that? And then I used my 4 Candies mechanical pencils. There is, I think, a little bit of glitter. Yes, Tanmit glitter gel pen on some of these little accessories. And then the sky, if you can see the shimmer there, is Tinge watercolors. Tinge metallic watercolors. So I just love it. First of all, look at all the kitties. And then it's just so cute. You've got some dragons. There's a giraffe up there. Some little bunnies. Some little weird ghosty things. They're just so cute. So that is what I did this week. Actually, obviously it took longer than a week. But that is my offering, my selection for this week. Summer homes. And my cute little thing. Oh, I forgot to tell you, it has a little stand so you can stand up. Well, not on something that's not flat, but once you open it, you can make it stand up. All right, thanks for watching. Go check out the other ladies. And like I said, if you would like to play along, don't forget just to use the hashtag. I'm also hosting, or I'm proposing to host, a mini art ATC, artist trading coin, and tag collab for August. So if anybody's interested in participating in that, let me know, like by sending me an email, okay, with your link and so forth. All right, see you guys later. Thanks for watching. You be safe out there. Use common sense. And yeah, there you go. Bye.